Okay, so as I'm recording this, we are literally like hours away from the actual reveal. So I know it's a bit late, but it's better late than never. But yeah, this is my predictions, okay, for Baby Vegeta's kit. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I have no idea what happens in the Baby Saga in GT. I kind of skimmed through it with like a, 20-minute recap video, so this is kind of just based on that. But yeah, I know you guys love the PowerPoint, CMS Paint, so here we go, I guess. So yeah, level 1, I mean his intro. I think he's just gonna, listen, I think in my previous video I was like, I think it might be Gohan and Goten, but I just don't know how it would work. So I just think his intro is going to be like the fighter's intro, where he's like, your body's mine, or whatever. And I feel like that would kind of make sense, because there is enough forms of Baby for this to be the case, okay? I want you to ignore this and ignore this. I'll talk about it later, but they're just kind of like gimmicks, which I was just like, oh, it'd be cool. I don't know if it'd be actually like balanced, but it would be cool. But yeah, so level 1, just him with his white hair, which is pretty cool, actually, and pretty cool form. So I'll move on to his passive. So Parasite, infect and enslave survivors and civilians. So in the files, there are 2 different prompts, infect and enslave. So I'm just gonna guess that they both do different things. So infect, let's just say that like you find a civ and you infect them. They basically just stay there, and if a survivor finds them, and then a Baby gets pinged and basically like kind of like reveals your location. I don't think like they should have any markings on them, or it'd be too obvious. But yeah, I think that'd be a pretty interesting idea. And if you do a survivor, it's like kind of the same thing. Like, think of like planting a Cyberman with Nappa, kind of like that. I don't know if you should get any gauge, like evolution gauge of doing that, but I think you should. I don't know. I think you should, but like, you have 2 options. And then enslave. But if you like enslaved a civilian and you got meleeed, they'd kind of be like the Ginyu Force, where they like jump in like a meat shield or something. I don't know, dude. Baby, haha. But if you enslave a survivor, they are like disabled, like they're not allowed to do anything basically except walk around for like 3 minutes, or have to like drink the super divine water. I kind of forgot about that. I forgot to put that here. So basically, I think super divine water would be like Yajirobe sword. Like you can just find it in crates and shit. And if you drink it, you get like unparasited, because that's what happens in the show. So I was thinking, if you infect a survivor, what's stopping you from like body camping them for like the entire time, to be honest, having no drawbacks? So I was just like, if you are 200 meters where the infected survivor is, for like 20 seconds or more, you start losing evolution gauge. I think that's fair enough. I think that's fair. And of course, with enslaved, the survivor could just kind of leave, I guess. But the same should be applied if you do that. Like, if you just follow them around, like, you lose evolution gauge. So it doesn't promote body camping, because that shit is boring as hell, and I'd hate to see it. The strongest body, when taking damage, gain evolution gauge. I just think every raider should have this now. Like, survivors just do too much damage. Frieza has it, and it doesn't stop him from getting absolutely destroyed, so I don't see why everyone else can't have it. Then evolution of enslaving and infecting survivors, that's just regular stuff, But I think this is like strong but fair, if you know what I mean. If you disagree, let me know, but kind of what I think it would do. It'd be pretty interesting. As for supers, he's got 2, so I was thinking just like, he doesn't really do a lot. I looked at some footage, I looked at the games, he just doesn't do a lot in this form. So just think of like the most basic beams and shit as possible, and like, whatever. Next up is the actives. I got Gohan and Goten. So at this point, when he has this form, he did enslave Gohan and Goten as well. I was thinking like it could be like a bit like Frieza with Zaba and Dodoria, like you can send them out and they scout and they blast people. I think that'd be interesting. Got charge as well. I think every raider just needs mobility now. It's just, they need it, because survivors are just too mobile and there's nothing they can do. Just think of Zamasu's or Goku Black's charge, like nothing crazy like Divine Lasso, but just a bit of mobility. And I want this Vegeta to have a break strike, because I just think, people getting jumped. So for this, Baby will not auto-evolve, and he doesn't heal. So it's like, you gotta kind of be good about it. Gotta be kind of a good player, because I think infect and enslave is pretty strong. Okay, moving on, we've got, I think this is Super Baby. So this is just base Baby, and then this is the Super one, like Super Saiyan 2. I don't know how it works. I haven't watched GT, and I'm not going to, because it seems like garbage, but Baby's pretty cool, not gonna lie. He's a pretty cool villain, but too bad the show was pretty garbage. So yeah, everything's basically the same. but you have eye glare, which is basically solar flare, and it's a stun. So you know, I'm sick and tired of Raiders being stunned every 2 seconds. It's time to, you know, return the love, return the favor. And this super attack is this, like, it's like, think of corrupted Zamasu's like break strike super, but for baby, and it's based on this sound. Like, this form doesn't even do that, but I was just like, this is too good to be wasted on the level 1, you know what I'm saying? But I think that would be interesting, like if you go for a melee, you get supered. Like, I don't know, these survivors, man, they need to be punished, not gonna lie. But other than that, this form is basically the same except the blood sway thing, but I'll explain that later, I tell you. Finally, we got Super Baby 2. He has, oh yeah, I forgot to say, so this Revenge Death Ball is like Goku Black and Zamasu's like duo super, and it's just like a big ball, and it's a big AoE. I think that's fair enough to have at level 2, since Goku Black has it, so. Okay, and we move on to Super Baby 2, okay, so here we go. The bigger Revenge Death Ball. Think of Frieza's super powerful attack, but much better. Like, there's no stupid animations which like delay it by a million years, and it's easy to react to. Like, think of it actually something that you have to, you know, maybe pop a Jocko ship or a grapple to avoid, you know, like actually something that's threatening. And then Final Flash. Think of what I said for this super, but it's kind of like, you know how like Final Flash gets the aura around them, like in a circle, like it'd do that, but then you shoot a big beam, which also has a big AoE. I feel like that'd be like the triple whammy. It'd be kind of crazy, not gonna lie. But other than that, everything is also the same, except the eye glare is also, it becomes a break strike, so yeah, pretty funny. Okay, now I'm gonna talk about the gimmick that I wanted to talk about. So in the show, they set up like Blutz waves, which make Baby into a great ape. So I was thinking, you know, this is, okay, I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of a stupid idea, but I was just like, man, I can't think of any gimmicks for this guy, because I haven't watched the show, and I don't really have any good ideas, not gonna lie. This is all I could come up with. But yeah, in Area X, it would be like Baby's base, like in the show, guys, I swear, like in the show. I'm gonna say it about 100 times. So basically, if you stayed in Area X, like you don't have to manually start it up like by holding E, because imagine how fun that would be to hold E for like 7.5 minutes. But yeah, if you stayed in Area X, your goons or whatever would start working on the Blutzwaves machines, and for level 1, it would take 7.5 minutes for you to go straight to level 4. I know what you're thinking, you know, sounds busted, but it's not. 7.5 minutes is about the time, a little bit extra time than it takes to get key rushed. And I mean, you know, just go fight him. He's level 1. He's not very scary. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, basically, if you stayed in Area X in level 1 for 7.5 minutes, you just go straight to level 4, and you'd be skipping everything here. But as you can see, you know, every level you go up, the time it takes to actually activate the Blutz waves decreases, and at level 3, it only takes 1 minute 30 seconds. So yeah, I don't know, it's just like a little gimmick. I don't know, if you're a big fan of Super Baby 2, you probably wouldn't like this, because you wouldn't be using him a lot, but hey, you know, I thought it was interesting. Listen guys, I'm not an artist, okay? Ignore the scraggly arrows. But yeah, so say if you do activate the Blutz waves, what happens? I know this game. I think it's generally just going to be a carbon copy of Saiyan Saga Vegeta's Great Ape. Like, basically an instant win. Call me being lazy, I am being lazy here, because I really couldn't think of anything like different for him, but yeah, I think that's just what would happen. You just be about the same level of strength as Saiyan Saga Vegeta, which we have in the game right now. So yeah, this is Baby. This is what I think. I think he's gonna be fun either way. I'm excited for how they do the infect and enslave thing. Oh, I forgot about so I basically think they're gonna add the Black Star Dragon Balls. It would just be a reskin version of Dragon Balls, but if you get them as Baby, you can destroy all the areas, so it forces everyone to be in Area X, and then you can just be like, yep, setting up my things. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, those are my final predictions. Honestly, once again, seriously, do not know much about Baby or GT. I kind of just came up with these of like clips and stuff, so let me know what you think he's gonna include. We'll find out for sure in like a few hours. So yeah, thanks for watching. Maybe I'll be able to say I told you so, or maybe I'll be a complete fucking idiot. So yeah, thanks for watching, like and subscribe.